Yes, fight fans, body and mind sports, my people. You are fully appreciated in this round, my guys, my people. We have to talk Mike Tyson versus Floyd Mayweather. I know the news broke quite some time ago, but I need to give my take. We have two legendary names. I just can't let it slide. I just can't let it slide. So I know I'm behind on this one, but look, let's get right into it. My first reaction was, can't he find a better matchup? How about Manny Pacquiao? 46 years old, Mayweather 48, so they are a similar age, and Pacquiao is back active again in the sport. Got a great draw decision against Marius Barrios. We all thought Pacquiao won the fight and should be WBC welterweight champion right now. So how about the rematch with Mayweather? My guys, my people, I think that fight there is still in huge demand. Believe it or not, that is a mega fight. Trust me, it is a mega fight, a mega show, I should say. Right? It's better than this poxy nonsense that we are about to be getting. Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather. Clearly, at the age of 59 years old now, Mike Tyson is way past it. We don't even have to dig into the Jake Paul fight. We don't even have to. His performance, for me, was expected from day one. I never believed in the nostalgia that made people buy into the fight. You know, even ahead of the Jake Paul fight, numerous health scares Mike Tyson had, and outside of the sport, he has not lived the cleanest lifestyle. So, judging on his medical background, his lifestyle, the fact that he's 59, might as well say he's 60. The question for me is that, is it right? This is encroaching on the borders of ethics here. Is it right that somebody like Mike Tyson should be receiving blunt force to his head? Should he be involved in such an activity? Yeah, so it looks like exploitation here. It looks like exploitation here, if you ask me. Mike Tyson, and this made me laugh, I ain't gonna lie, what Mike Tyson had to say when he found out about this matchup. He said he didn't believe that Mayweather would take the fight. And when Mayweather took the fight, Mike Tyson thought it would be dangerous to Mayweather's health. First of all, of all the things I've highlighted about Mike Tyson should be more worried about his own personal health, not Mayweather. Even if there is a weight disparity, I believe about 80 pounds or so or more, with Mike Tyson being a heavyweight, a career's heavyweight when he was fighting. Mayweather was a 147 pounder. Although he fought at 154, he's really a 147 pounder. But despite the weight disparity, the danger clearly, is one of a threat to Mike Tyson, not Floyd Mayweather. Mayweather, who you can't even hit. Somebody that really looks after himself. And a special fighter. So, yeah. So, yeah, for me, Mike Tyson should clearly be more worried about his own personal health. And the fact he thought Mayweather wouldn't take the fight, is he having a laugh? Mayweather, who's known as Money May, is all about the money. He's all about the money. I mean, he would exploit Mike Tyson's legacy. His the fact that he's old now. He would exploit that and his box office name to make more money, my guys. And that's exactly what the organizers, CSI and Fight Sports, are also doing. You can envisage this fight here, regardless of what it is as a matchup. I'm absolutely disgusting, if you ask me. It's another opportunity for them to break box office. Maybe they might even put this on Netflix and try to replicate what Mike Tyson did with Jake Paul. This is bigger than that. This will smash that. This will smash that to pieces. Yeah. Let's just say that, regardless of what we think of this fight. You know, but at the end of the day, Mike Tyson clearly being exploited here, but even he himself puts money over his health. So let's just hope that when the fight does take place, everybody gets out of the ring safe and sound, my guys. Mike Tyson gets out of the ring safe and sound. And that's my take on that one, my guys, my people. This is going to be an exhibition bout, so obviously they're going to balance the rules a little bit to make it a little bit safer, but still, you know, what if they don't have an agreement that they don't go all out on one another? Because these two, they don't get on. Mike Tyson has revealed in the past he really doesn't like Mayweather. Mayweather has revealed in the past he puts himself above Mike and the great Muhammad Ali in terms of greatness. And Mike Tyson has fired at him, questioning Mayweather's greatness, saying greatness is not guarding yourself from the people, where you can't even take your children to school without security, but rather it's all about the people accepting you. Great point made there by Mike Tyson, by the way. But you know, which I'm not going to really make a point on. But look, yeah, they don't really get on. So if it's an all-out, Mike Tyson is getting it. Never mind the weight disparity, my guys, my people. With that said, would I buy the fight? Nope. I'm sure many people are gonna buy into it, and I feel disgusted about it. But would I still watch it? Yes, because it's intriguing. Two legends. It's just intriguing. Yeah, and it's a fun day, fun fight. Hopefully that is what it pans out to be. Right. Anyway, what is even more intriguing is whether they're going to be having any pro bouts in the undercard. If they are, which I assuming they would be, Kamel Morton, who is coming up under Mayweather's guidance, he could benefit much from the exposure. Clarissa Shields, arguably the greatest female fighter of all time, who swore that she would never fight in the undercard of Jake Paul. Perhaps she will make an exemption for two greats to host her in their undercard, Mike Tyson and of course Floyd Mayweather Jr., who have earned the right, my guys, my people, to host anybody in their undercard. I'm sure they will be worthy of hosting Clarissa Shields should she get the opportunity. It would be great, fantastic for her to do more for women's boxing via gaining maximum exposure, just like Serrano and Taylor did in the undercard of Jake and Mike Tyson, my guys, my people. Yeah, but very intriguing what undercard fights they could have. Anyway, let's move on. Fabio Woodley versus Joseph Parker. Now this one came right from left field. Parker must be absolutely frustrated. The only reason, my people, he's taking this fight is simply he can't land that Usyk fight. The WBO, he can't make Usyk fight either. Despite that, they have asked, or should I say requested, Usyk to provide evidence of his back injury, which is keeping him out of negotiations with Parker. That if the evidence is not provided, they will strip him. Instead of going ahead and stripping him, they've handed him instead a 90-day extension. Now, what is the point? Usyk definitely not fighting Parker, not this year at least. So what's the point of the 90 days? You might as well, you should have just gone ahead and stripped him. Anyway, and put the title on the line for Parker and Woodley. It makes absolute sense. Instead of making Parker having to defend his interim position, this is like going backwards for him. Does nothing for him except keep him active. He's only fought just once in 2023 against Zhang, and then once against Bacoli, a very short fight, stopped Bacoli in just 2 rounds in February. And that's been it for Parker. So he needs to be active. This fight will serve as that. And yeah, you wouldn't take the fight unless he's confident. Parker, who right now is confident, he will fight anybody. And taking this fight where he has nothing to earn here is a great testament to that to his craziness right now. Parker is a bit crazy right now. He will fight anybody. You know, as for Wardley, there's everything to win, nothing to lose. He beats Parker, he becomes mandatory to Usyk out of nowhere in a blink of an eye. This man came from white collar boxing, my guys, my people. You know, and yeah, his name will just blow up. He will become a near enough a household name in the UK because Parker is near enough a household name. I've not come across too many casual fans that don't even know who Joseph Parker is. So there's a lot here for Fabio for him to gain. Nothing to lose, because if he loses to Parker, hey, it's like we all expected it, right? Doesn't necessarily have to go back all the way down to the drawing board. Just keep learning, going forward, taking fights and keep learning. That's all he has to do. And he is the younger fighter as well. How old is he? 29, 30 years old. I believe Parker is 32, 33 years old. Right, so he's not too old either. But look, my guys, my people, we've had the presser. Didn't put the world on fireworks, but I still found it really, really interesting. I ain't gonna lie. The fact that these two fighters were respectfully disrespectful to one another, and Fabio even went as far as to be disrespectful to other top fighters, other top heavyweights. You know, Fabio Wardley, who didn't hold anything back in letting Parker know that he's going to knock him out. Basically, he says with the power he's got, he has no doubt that he knocks out Parker. You know, warned Parker, told him, I am not I'm not Zhile Zhang, right? Who gasses out in 4 or 5 rounds. I'm not Wilder, who basically is cooked. I am not Martin Bakoli, who basically, you know the rest, just fat, right? Wow. Is that not side digs? Strays being fired. Strays being fired, you know. So that's like a call out, if you ask me. So I would expect some shots to be fired back from those individual targets, my guys, my people, those targeted names. Otherwise, there's something wrong with this heavyweight division, my guys, my people. With that said, those names that Fabio has mentioned, they all beat him, with the exception of Deontay Wilder, of course. I believe Zhang and Bakoli, at this level Fabio is at right now, according to my judgment, they both beat Fabio Wardley. Especially if we go by his performance against Justice Rooney, who totally outclassed him and put a beating on him, only for Fabio's thunderous right hand to come to his aid and earn him the win. Very much like Deontay Wilder used to do, right? And they very much live by the same motto. Fabio, who says, just like Deontay Wilder used to say, that it only takes one moment. One moment. They only need to be perfect for one moment, while the opposition needs 12 rounds to be perfect, my guys, my people. Which is true, but as we've learned with Wilder, you do need more than power when you reach that upper echelon, because Wilder, he started to unravel, boy, and his power wasn't as telling. Would that be the case with Fabio Wardley? Maybe his power may not be effective against Parker, because Parker, listen, he is a top heavyweight fighter, plenty experience, former heavyweight champion, former WBO champion, and he is no Justice Rooney on any terms. Although Justice Rooney, if you're going by skills, definitely championship material. But there are some things in there that Parker does. For example, Parker wouldn't stand in front of you like Rooney does. Rooney, who juts left to right, forward, backwards, you can run him into something because his anticipation, or should I say his movement, is moving faster than his anticipation. Parker wouldn't make those mistakes. In fact, it will give you some room at times, lateral movement, to force you to reset. You know, and yeah, he's a fine boxer, Joseph Parker, with a lot more power than Justice Rooney and a much better chin. Although Parker, he has been dropped before by Dillian Whyte, got stopped by Joe Joyce. But that was the juggernaut Joe Joyce, not the Joe Joyce that was beaten by Chisora or by Zhilei Zhang previously. You know, and even then it took an accumulation from Joe Joyce to stop Joseph Parker. Man, Woodley is not an accumulation puncher like that. You know, Joseph Parker has told him we can meet in the middle, and I believe if they meet in the middle, Parker still beats him, as far as I'm concerned. I would give Fabio slightly more of a puncher's chance though, because he's shown improved in the past that he learns. He learned in the Clark fights. After the first ended in a draw, the second in the rematch, he stopped him real early, broke his jaw in the first round, my guys, my people. And then we saw what happened with Rooney. He was able to stay poised and patient in the middle of being tired and in great turbulence, right? He was still able to land that shot. He still found a technique to land the shot. So I'll give him slightly more than a puncher's chance. But I'm afraid to say it's very, very likely that it's going to go in the way that Parker envisioned it. Just as he explained at the presser, right? He says it's all about levels. And come the 25th of October, the day of this fight, at the O2 Arena, Woodley will find out that he is nothing like what he has faced previously, my guys, my people. And when he is done, he's going to go off. He's going to celebrate. He's going to celebrate, my guys, my people. He's going to celebrate and enjoy some junk food. So he thinks this is easy work. But there's danger. There's danger. You can't write off a puncher, my guys, my people, and somebody that learns fast. Parker doesn't want to put too much of on Woodley's white-collared background. I don't blame him. He doesn't want that to be the talking point of the lead up to their fight. And it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. If Parker beats him, all credit. This is the second time he's defending his interim championship. Is it the second time? Yeah, this will be the second time he's defending his interim championship. So yeah, let's see. Let's see. I think he wins. I think he beats the hell out of Woodley and takes him out in 8 rounds. Yeah, that's how much I think there is a gap. For real, my guys, my people. With that said, Frank Warren, who promotes both fighters, has the heavyweight division by the scruff of the neck right now. He has at least 80% of the heavyweights, and says the winner of the fight gets to fight Alexander Usyk. If Usyk doesn't take the fight, then he stands to be stripped and the winner will be elevated. So listen, there's a lot for Woodley here. If he becomes heavyweight champion, that will be a story and a half. With his background, white collar, that is a story and a half, my guys, my people. Parker, still a great story for him to be become 2 times heavyweight champion. It's not an easy feat to be defeated and climb back up, my guys, my people. So great stories on both sides for us to witness on the 25th, my guys, of October. yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. This is not an expected matchup, even though well, before we heard rumors anyway, it wasn't an expected matchup, but great matchup. Woodley comes to fight. He is a trier. He would not give up. And Parker is very dangerous right now. So let's get it, my guys, my people. With that said, let's now move on to Anthony Joshua. Let's move on to Anthony Joshua, my guys, my people. Anthony Joshua, who was asked from the IBF rankings, he was at number 5. Who now occupies that space? Moses Itawa now takes his place under the IBF at number 5. Then at the top end, we have Derek Chisora at number 2, F.A. Jagba at number 3, Frank Sanchez at number 4. Number 1 is vacant. Right, so the real mandatory position to Usyk is vacant, my guys, my people. And we do have Sanchez and a Jagba. They are going to be figuring out who is going to occupy that number 1 spot and become mandatory to Usyk sometime in the year, my guys, my people, later on in the year. You know, but now Itawa, according to Eddie Hearn speaking to Sky Sports, he says that Anthony Joshua would fight Moses Itawa on one basis, being that Itawa is very, very dangerous. He wouldn't mind fighting him if there was a title on the line, my guys, my people. I have serious doubt, because if that was the case, what Eddie Hearn says is true, then they could have fought Joseph Parker for the WBO strap. Parker and team have been wanting to fight Anthony Joshua. If Joshua, albeit has been totally axed from the IBF rankings, right? He's still a name, and he can call, and yeah, his call will be answered because there's money involved. The WBO, if Joshua wanted to fight Parker, they're stripping Usyk, and AJ and Parker would fight. AJ may be axed by the IBF, but still number 7 under the WBO. And if he really wanted to make a fight with Parker, it would have become a title fight, because AJ is still box office, regardless of his position right now. You know, the WBO, they would have immediately stripped Usyk, elevated Parker, and put on the title on the line for him and AJ, because AJ is simply box office, and this WBO is just as hungry as the rest of the sanctioning bodies to make business. Big shows, my guys, my people. So I don't believe what Eddie Hearn said to Sky, that if there was a title on the line for AJ and Itawa, that AJ would have taken the shot with Itawa. No way, too dangerous, just too dangerous. You know, but AJ is rather more focused on Fury, the biggest fight that can be made in boxing right now in the heavyweight division, I would have to say. Clearly, my guys. And he has ramped up his call out now on Tyson Fury. I am glad to hear this. On social media, AJ said, quote, "I can't lie. I'm proud of Joseph Parker, though he is a competitor, real, recognized real. He's in the game to fight whoever, whenever, and that's the DNA of a general. Unlike his dippy mate, Tyson Fury, shots fired, my guys, my people. Pew, 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 pew." We need Fury to answer back. Oh, anyway, I would dissect his career / record in minutes, but I'll have to save that for a potential gloves off if he ever comes back and fights Big Femi. He calls himself Big Femi, my guys, my people. He also had some words for Fabio. He said, "At Fabio Woodley, respect to you two. Bro was working in recruitment, helping your dad get a job a couple of years ago. Let that be testament to God rooting in one's favor and a statement to show anything is possible if you can have a scrap. Ha ha. He also had something for the fans. He said this quote: "To my supporters, I'll be back to lace up my gloves sooner or later. Hopefully, I'm punching through Fury's head and dancing around his flicker jab with ease, my guys." End quotation. I love this. I love this. Absolutely firing up the division. Shows that it's AJ that is chasing this fight while Fury is hiding, my guys. My people, claiming retirement. Seems that AJ has been spurred on by what is going on between Parker and Fabio Woodley, rates them highly. Or it could just be that he's feeling himself after being back from elbow surgery and into training, getting ready for a fight, and now saying possibly behind the scenes to Eddie Hearn, forget the top 15 fighter you want me to fight in January. Let's get Fury now, my guys, my people. I love it. I love it. That's the feeling I'm getting from AJ, that he wants Fury straight away if he can. So yeah, it's great, man. And Fabio Woodley and Parker too. Great matchup. Fabio comes to fight. I don't think he has that much of a chance. Maybe just a puncher's chance or a little bit more. But great fight all the same, my guys. Let's get it, my guys, my people. And with that said, that's what I have for you on this one. Before you leave, do like, do share, subscribe, of course. Drop your comments below, and as always, stay super blessed, and do subscribe. It costs you absolutely nothing to help and build us a community here where we can share our thoughts and our love for the beautiful science, my guys, my people. With that said, stay blessed, my guys. Where are you, Tyson Fury?